Hey, what's up? Skillshot04 here. A lot of new players have started playing Rainbow Six Siege, and it has been rapidly gaining in popularity. A lot of these new players are most likely buying the standard edition of the game, which requires you to spend renown to unlock all the operators found in the game. As a new player, it can be very confusing trying to determine which operators you should unlock. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the first 4 operators that you should be unlocking. Now, of course, this is my personal preference, but I believe these 4 operators are the best operators to buy as a new player because they allow you to learn the game at a much faster pace. A lot of operators have really complicated gadgets, but these operators are more simplistic and allow you to learn the mechanics of the game before having to learn how each and every operator works. So the first operator that I think you should be unlocking is Rook. Rook is a very useful operator and he's going to benefit your entire team. On top of this, he's really easy to pick up and learn, and it's going to allow you to learn a lot of things about the game without taking a lot of risks. So if we go over to Rook's loadout, the first thing we're going to notice is the MP5. The MP5 is decent damage and fire rate wise, but what makes it really strong is the fact that it has the ability to attach an ACOG. An ACOG on defense is very powerful, and it's going to help the new players to win more gunfights because it has that extra zoom that you don't get with a holo or a reflex thing. Rook has a very strong and solid sidearm that can help you get out of a lot of tough situations. And for his gadgets, he has the option to choose between barbed wire or impacts. These are both really useful gadgets to have on defense. Now, Rook's special gadget is his ability to put down a pack of armored plating at the beginning of each round. Each of your teammates can equip this armor plating, which will give them a higher armor rating and help them survive in those gunfights that they will be having. This is a great team-based gadget that you can put down at the beginning of each round, which means that you don't have to stay alive for it to be fully utilized. It doesn't matter if you die early in the round as long as you put down your gadget, because you're still going to be helping your team out. If you take into account Rook's team-based gadget, his useful secondary gadgets, and his MP5 with an ACOG, I think you will see that Rook is a very valuable and versatile operator that's going to allow you to experiment with a lot of different playstyles to kind of see what works and what doesn't work. And because this gadget is team-based, you don't have to worry about that playstyle failing or that strategy failing because you're still going to be helping your team out. And I think being able to safely try out new play styles and strategies is really important as a new player. So the second operator that I think you should be unlocking after you unlock Rook is Ashe. Ashe is a very popular operator in Rainbow Six Siege and has been around since the beginning of the game, just like Rook. If you look at Ashe's loadout, you're going to see that her primary gun, the R4C, is very powerful. Actually, it's one of the most powerful guns on attack. The high fire rate of the gun is especially useful for new players because they're going to be hitting a lot of body shots and not headshots, and the high fire rate means that they're going to achieve the kill much faster than another gun with a slower fire rate. The second option she has is the G36C, which is a strong gun, but unlike the R4C, it has the ability to equip an ACOG. So if you want to use an ACOG, you have the option to do so. If you look at her secondary weapons, you're going to see that she has the ability to equip the 5.7, which does a decent amount of damage, but more importantly, it has a very large magazine size, which can be very useful for new players because they tend to miss their shots quite a bit. For her secondary gadgets, she has a choice between a flashbang and a breach charge, both of which are fairly useful secondary gadgets to have. For her special gadget, Ashe has the ability to shoot a special breaching round. This round can be shot at a barricade or soft wall, and it will blow the barricade or the soft wall up, which can allow for new lines of sight, which can be really beneficial to you or your team. In addition to this, it can destroy things such as deployable shields and barbed wire. This is a great ability to have because you can open up walls for your teammates if they need them opened up, or you can open them up for yourself to try to get an easy kill. All in all, Ashe has some of the best weapons in the game, and she has a very useful gadget that can benefit both her and her team. The strength of her guns is really useful for new players, and her ability is going to help both her and her team out. Also, just like Rook, she's not an essential operator, so if you die early on in the round, you're not guaranteeing that your team is going to lose the round. You can experiment with her and try new things out without having to worry that your team is going to lose if you die. So after you unlock Rook and Ashe, who should you unlock next? Well, I think you should unlock Jaeger. Jaeger is also one of the most popular operators in the game and has been so for a very long time, and this is for a very important reason. If you look at his loadout, you're going to see he has one of the most powerful weapons on defense, the carbine. This is actually an assault rifle, which not a lot of operators on defense get to have. He also has a very strong sidearm, and for his secondary gadget, he has the choice between barbed wire or a bulletproof camera. Now, the fact that Jaeger is a 3-speed and he has one of the most powerful weapons on defense alone makes him one of the best defending operators in the game. But if you add his special ability in the mix, you're going to see that he is absolutely phenomenal. Jaeger's special gadget is his ADS, of which he gets 3. These can be placed around the map and they're going to shoot out any projectiles in the air. These include frag grenades, smoke grenades, stun grenades, nomad's air jabs, and gridlocks, tracks, stingers. These ADS systems can be placed at the beginning of the round anywhere you wish, which means it's an incredibly team-based gadget. It's going to help out everyone on your team, and it's going to help to stall the attackers from pushing into sight. Because of the strength of his weapons and the fact that his gadget can be placed at the beginning of the round and then forgotten about, Jaeger is an exceptional roamer. Roaming as a new player is very important because it's going to drastically increase your map knowledge and it's going to increase your knowledge of how attackers are going to enter and attack on that particular map. Just like the previous operators, Jaeger is very versatile. He can kind of do whatever you need him to do. If you want to roam, you can roam. If you want to anchor, you can anchor. You don't have to worry about staying alive to benefit your team because all the ADS systems can be placed down at the beginning of the round. It's this common theme between versatility and strong weapons that really helps out beginner players because they can try whatever they want and they're going to have an advantage in any gunfight that they get into. And that's why I think Jaeger is one of the best and first operators that you should buy. Alright, so the fourth operator that I think you should buy after you bought all those other 3 operators is Sledge. If you look at his loadout, you're going to see that he has the L825, which is a very strong primary assault rifle. If you look at his options for secondary weapons, you'll notice that he has the ability to equip the SMG-11, which is a machine pistol. The SMG-11 is widely considered to be one of the best, if not the best gun in the entire game. It has the highest fire rate out of any gun in the game, and combined with its decent damage output, it can destroy people in milliseconds. Learning to master the gun can be a little difficult because of its high vertical recoil, but once you learn it and pick it up, you're going to notice that you just mow down people. It's so powerful. For his secondary gadget, Sledge has the ability to equip frag grenades, which is the best secondary gadget in the game. They are very powerful and have the ability to take out enemies without ever having to get into a gunfight. His special ability is his hammer, which can destroy soft walls, soft floors, and barricades, in addition to deployable shields, bulletproof cameras, and Maestro's evil eyes. It's a very useful gadget to have, and it can adapt to a lot of different types of playstyles. It's also very useful to open up holes for your teammates to crawl through or to open up lines of sight. Operators such as Maestro can be a real pain to take care of, but with the Sledge it becomes very easy. The hammer also has 32 uses, which means you can do pretty much whatever you want and you don't have to worry about running out of power. So if you combine the fact that he has a very versatile and useful primary gadget, a great primary weapon, and the strongest gun in the game, the SMG-11, you'll see that Sledge is a great option to choose. The Sledge is always going to be useful on the team, and he's a great operator to learn how to play the game with, because as you get better you can use his ability in more and more complex ways, which will allow you to learn more and more. So if you take all that into account, I really think Sledge is a great operator choice for new players to purchase. So before I end the video, I also want to mention that if you're a new player and you want to try out an operator before purchasing it, go and hop into the test server. The test server allows you to play all the operators that have been released free of charge. If there's a particular operator that you really like, consider saving up for that operator and purchasing it. but these are my 4 operators that I think new players should unlock first. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the video. I really hope it helped you out and I hope you learned something. If you liked it, please leave a like, please comment and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I will see all you guys next time.